Hi, welcome to Party Food Hero. Today we're gonna be making an amazing, creamy, delicious tomato soup that is incredibly easy to make, but it is bursting with flavor. You're going to love it. It's perfect this time of the year. It's winter's, or fall's pretty much over, winter's here, so this is just perfect. You make this, make a little grilled cheese sandwich, you have yourself just a nostalgia meal, and you are going to absolutely love it. So there you go, creamy tomato soup. Let's go check it out. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add some olive oil to the pot and set this to medium heat. And once that oil starts shimmering, we're gonna add in our chopped onions. And we're gonna let those cook for about 2 or 3 minutes. We're gonna let them kind of sweat it a little bit, and then we're gonna add in our garlic. But before we do that, we're gonna add in some freshly cracked pepper and some freshly cracked salt. So pepper, then salt, then the garlic. So let's get to the garlic. So put in that garlic, mix it all in together, and we're gonna cook that for another about 2 or 3 minutes, just kind of letting that garlic smell delicious and get all that garlic out. You worked hard chopping that garlic. It's not easy to mince the garlic, even worse than chopping. So get it all in there and just let it sweat out and just enjoy that aroma, which is one of the best aromas you can get while cooking. Sauteed onions and garlic is just so delicious. Now we're gonna deglaze that pot with some stock, some chicken stock, put that in there, and then get all that fond that's on the bottom of that pot. Just scrape that all up. That's just flavor. And then you're gonna let that simmer for a little bit, and then we're gonna keep on adding the ingredients. Then you're gonna add in your San Marzano tomatoes inside there. Get all that tomato sauce, everything out of that can. Then you're gonna mix that all in together. Oh, 2 cans. Okay, good thing we're watching this video. So you had 2 cans of San Marzano, whole tomatoes. Delicious. Now you're gonna mix that together. After you add in some salt. More salt? No, wait, I think that's sugar. Man, read the directions. Make sure we got all the ingredients right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's sugar. Because we already put salt in, remember? Now you mix it all together. Don't worry, I am a professional. And you're just gonna let it simmer like this for about 10, 15 minutes until it thickens up a little bit. And then we're gonna start adding in the cream. And every once in a while, just give it a nice little stir like that. Perfect stirring motion. All right, you're gonna add in your heavy cream. Get it all in there. Set it to the side, and then we're gonna put in some of our dried oregano. Then we're gonna add in our, we're just gonna kind of tear up some fresh basil and throw that in there. And you wanna know what? Fresh basil smells delicious as well. And use fresh basil. It really makes a very big difference when you are making this tomato soup, and it just makes it that much better. So if you can find some fresh basil, definitely do it. If you can't, still a delicious recipe, but again, try and find the fresh stuff. You're gonna mix that in together, and you're just gonna let that simmer for a little bit. Now you're gonna turn off the heat, and then you're gonna take your immersion blender and just kind of blend it all up. Now, I use the immersion blender to blend everything, and I tried it just like that. It kind of has a little bit of I can't even describe the consistency. It's kind of a not smooth consistency. I happen to like a very, very silky smooth consistency with my tomato soup, but some people like a little texture in there. So if you are on the I like a little bit of texture side of tomato soup, you're done after you have used your immersion blender just to mix everything. What I ended up doing is I took this soup and I put it into my Blend Tech, and I just mixed it all together, got it really smooth, and it was just absolutely perfect for me. If you like it, like I said, a nice silky smooth, creamy tomato basil soup, that's the way to do it. So those are your two options. Merry Christmas. And the other thing too is that you always want to taste for salt. So I tasted it and I said, that's perfect, except for the texture, because I wanted my silky smooth, but the flavor was on point and delicious. And nothing goes better with tomato soup than delicious grilled cheese sandwich. I made this awesome grilled cheese sandwich with this jalapeno cheddar bread that I made. There's a recipe on this channel that shows you how to make it. I made it with some different cheeses and some amazing caramelized onions. Oh my gosh, it was absolutely delicious. You'll see me dipping that into this tomato soup in the extreme close-up part of this video. Here it comes. All right, now for my favorite part of the video, I get to eat the food. Like you just saw. This is an extremely easy recipe, super fast, super flavorful, and just perfect for this time of the year. So here we go. I don't want to waste any time. I want to make sure this isn't too hot. I don't want to burn my sweet lips. All right, here we go. All right, now I'll be honest, that's delicious. What I'm gonna be honest about is I didn't grow up enjoying tomato soup, so I don't really eat this and get instantly reminded of coming in from a cold winter's day and having some tomato soup. I was a very picky eater as a kid. Having said that, this tomato soup is so good. So obviously you take a bite of it, you taste tomato, but it's super smooth. If you have like a kind of a higher powered blender, you can get this just silky smooth, which this is. You get a little bit of that basil on the back. You get the onions and the garlic. Oh man, that's really good. We made this yesterday and we made it and had grilled cheese sandwiches. My kids are pretty picky. Absolutely loved it. The grilled cheese sandwiches, dunking it in the tomato soup, was a giant hit. It's really good. It's fantastic. This is a great recipe. It's a recipe we've been using for quite a while. I highly recommend it. Definitely make this. This is the time of the year to make it. In fact, who cares? Make it whenever you want. You can make it in the summer. You know, people like hot soup in the hot summer, whatever. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at partyfoodhero. Go to the website, partyfoodhero.com, for all the recipes. Check out all the other videos we have on this channel. There's a bunch. There's no reason you shouldn't be making delicious food for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for whoever. There's just tons of recipes. The nice thing about partyfoodhero.com is it is a very simple website to navigate. You can either search for a certain recipe, it might be on there, or you can scroll, look through all the pretty pictures and find one that looks delicious. And guess what? When you click on it, the recipe is magically right there. You don't have to scroll down and try and find the recipe, because recipe websites are the worst. I made my website, so it is very easy to find the recipe. You click on it, it's there. What a concept. So there you go. So check that out. I want to finish this. So remember, be Party Food Hero. I don't know. I really like this soup. It's so creamy. It's delicious.
Be the Party Food Hero.
So good.